photographers, Allison Renee McKeever.
You can be seated. I got very excited when I heard who our graduate speaker was going to be because it's a student with whom I've had the great pleasure of working. Highly motivated, highly dedicated. It reminds me of another little story my daddy told me about these two southern gentlemen who went fishing one day, and they decided to take off their shoes and sit on a log across the water and put their feet in the water. And all of a sudden they heard a big bear roar. So they jumped up, started to put on tennis shoes, or started to run, and one of them sat down and started putting on his tennis shoes, and the other one looked at him and said, "You can't outrun that bear." He said, "Yeah, but I bet I can outrun you." Allison McKeever has had her running shoes on ever since she got here. This young lady was born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. She left at the age of 18 to pursue her degree in design management here with us at the Art Institute of Portland. While she's been here, she's been very involved with the student body, taking leaderships with the Student Action Committee, and Brash created the student-run agency that Dr. Gomez spoke of a minute ago. She's excelled in her academics, obviously, achieving the status of high honors, and that's led to an invitation to participate in the Honor Society. Allison plans on continuing her career as a design manager in San Francisco post-graduation, but promises to stay in touch with us and let us know how she's doing. It's my great pleasure to introduce to you Allison McKeever.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here, as I'm sure it is for all the graduates in the room, because it's a testament to a job that we have all done well. Congratulations. When I tell people that I've been studying at the Art Institute, there's a sense of understanding in their demeanor, which shows the value of the Art Institute in the community of Portland. But now trying to explain to new people what I've been studying gets a little interesting. Because when trying to tell people that you've been studying business at a design school, it's kind of a hard concept to grasp. But regardless of what each of us has studied at the Art Institute, the experience has been invaluable, even if it was business. I want to share with you some things today that I've learned indirectly through my education. Each of us should value our own life experiences because they tell our stories. And hard work will always be our first step to getting our feet in the door. And while our formal education was only the beginning, our real education has just begun. So when I first came to Portland, my first job was working as a barista. And there's always one customer that stands out in my mind when I think about this job. He was an older man and he was deeply weathered, who walked around with a cane, but he always carried around a leather notebook with him. He became a regular and he'd come in around 8 every morning, order whatever he saw fit, and then go outside and smoke a cigarette and come back in. And he would always challenge me to a game of Chinese checkers. This became our routine, but finally one day my curiosity piqued, and I asked him what it was that he wrote down in that leather notebook. After a long pause, he told me that he wrote down his day. He wrote down everything that happened to him, every experience and trial and tribulation. He viewed his life as a continuing novel, and despite anyone else ever read the journals, he knew he could always go back and read them and know what he had done with his life. So he had his story, just like each of us has our own. So I've been told that storytelling is the oldest form of teaching and learning. It's also the most powerful, extending across different cultures. With this type of power, our own stories will prove to be very useful as we embark on our next steps. Every experience is a development in the continuing narrative of our lives, so we must remember to value each and every one of them. So I remember when I first decided the Art Institute Portland was where I wanted to continue my education after high school. Decided and done, everything should be easy. But I soon learned that all the hard work I was about to go through was only the beginning of hard work that classes and homework became. Luckily though, I quickly settled into my new place and classes started. And after the first term came and went, I realized that 11 more wasn't going to be the end of the world, but it would be really fun as I continued on a path of learning new experiences. There were sleepless nights, 11-week quarters, lots of coffee, and all of those classroom critiques I know everyone here can appreciate. By this point, it was clear that hard work is always the first step towards Despite his old age, he still had dreams and goals. And he kept telling me how lucky I was able to be to go to school at such a young age and learn in something I was genuinely interested in. And I agree with him. I am lucky, as we all are, to be here today, accepting our diplomas and walking out these doors as college graduates. To each and every family member in the audience supporting a graduate, your support is our foundation, and you will never know truly the things that you have done for us. We are very grateful. And to the Art Institute of Portland faculty and staff, thank you. Your generous support and hospitality has been tremendous. Dean Kelly, or Mama Dean as many of us may know her, you hold a special place in my memories of the Art Institute. Your guidance has enriched the academic role of the Art Institute. And Dr. Goldman, you always be an individual admired for your inspiring ability to lead single individuals such an establishment. And Bill Siebel, your enthusiasm and willingness to always go above and beyond your role as a teacher is much appreciated. Jason, Claire, and Katie Jones, your guidance throughout my time as staff was very helpful. Every supporting member in this room has helped us all become the people we are today. We're grateful that you could be here celebrating with us a job well done. So congratulations, spring class of 2009. We worked hard to get to college, we worked hard to get through college, and we will find that all of this hard work will be rewarded in ways we never have expected. It's time for a new chapter of our life's narrative as we walk across these doors, accepting our diplomas, and walk out